Alright, didn't mean to cause so much controversy and hate in the last video. We're finishing setting up the second Prusa XL so we can run some side-by-side comparisons and see if this is just a bum printer with a lot of issues or if there's more problems with this design. We did go ahead and get the head changed out. Excuse me, not the head. The hot end changed out on tool number 1. We tried heating it up. We tried pulling it. We tried everything we could to get that head uncleared or unclogged. And after an hour, it's just not worth it. I'd rather spend $50 and just get it done. So we got the new hot end for it. Got it replaced, and we'll maybe one of the next videos we'll tinker with the clogged one, see if we can get it unstuck. But we need this thing up and printing because it makes us money, so we want it back on the line. But yeah, so I was incorrect. The hot end, the actual nozzle part, it does have a little notch that this screw feeds into. It looked like it was hitting above that, but it is not. They've since changed that design, and that screw does hold that in place. So the issues that we were having with it must have just been a screw that had not been tightened when we placed the hot end in there. So that was obviously been corrected. Prusa has offered to actually replace this printer. They've reached out. They want to go ahead and swap it with a different model since we're having so many issues with this exact one. And honestly, depending on when we get the second one up and running, if that one just starts off smooth and doesn't have any issues, then we might take them up on that offer and go ahead and get a replacement and just see if there was just a defect on this printer and having some issues. But there are so many message boards with people having similar issues with these XLs. I'm not hating on Prusa. I just think that at this price point, you should have a pretty fine-tuned machine that is not having this many issues off the line. We've got some Ender V2s. We've got some FlashForge printers. I expect more issues out of the cheaper printers because you are buying a budget printer. As where this printer comes in at the higher end of the scale, I wouldn't expect those same basic issues on this. There are some things, yes, I understand nozzles get clogged. That's just part of 3D printing. However, the design on these, I'm not a huge fan of the neck extruder where it's 3 inches long. That's hard to unclog when the nozzle is that long on it. So that is an issue. That is a fault that I see with these designs on it. We will check the heatsink. We heard somebody saying check the heatsink, see if it's actually keeping the cold side cold enough. So we'll run some tests on toolhead 1 over there and make sure that it is doing that so we don't run into this issue again. If I'm having to spend, $50 every 30 hours of printing, that's going to suck. So we'll test that and see. We still have high hopes for this. Like I said, I love the idea of having 5 separate tool heads for these printers. It really is a great idea. So far, the execution has been lacking on this. Part of that's our fault. We still have the second printer over here. The second XL still in the box. So we need to get it up and running so we can do a fair comparison on it. And just see what's going on.